Alright, here we go. And in writing. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Alright. Okay, there we go. Alright. Let's bring you. I guess I can bring that down for whatever reason. Alright. How is everybody's Tuesday? Hopefully everybody's doing well. The week so far treating everyone kindly. I had a plumbing incident that I had to resolve, so exciting early part of the day. Mostly resolved now, but always makes for an exciting morning. But yep, I will be working on D&D today because I have a D&D game tonight. I completely forgot about that. This is what happens with pork. You end up not just pork, just working on too many projects at once. So you start to forget things. Apresoria, welcome in. Oh, with a tier 2. That's true. How are you, Apresoria? 10 months in a row. I think I'm pretty sure you've got everyone beat. At least with the tier 2 for sure. Oh, Pixel Bob. Bored. Yeah, I figure. No, what? Oh no, internet is slow, I'm upset. Oh no. I'm good, I'm tired. I've been going non-stop on. I had pork. I had a bunch of pork stuff I had to get done last night, and then also that thing I shot over the weekend, they had even more changes, so I ended up having to work on that. And then yeah, so I was actually up till like almost 1 o'clock trying to get everything done last night. And then I have to do after D&D, because I run the dad D&D game tonight, and then I'll probably be working on, because I have to have the pork videos done tomorrow. So busy. Yeah, sounds with sparkles fun. Yeah, 100% upper story. I'm pretty tired. Rude Wolf. I know what that's like. Welcome in, Rude Wolf. Welcome in. You know what the world is like. The staying up late and overworking yourself. I feel like too many people Too many people know what that's like. If there was a way, perhaps we could all work less, but we can't, and it sucks. But so yeah, so I'm actually probably gonna be up late tonight, and I'll be editing. I will be editing the pork videos all day tomorrow. So, oh man, I'm working on my first novel. Oh, you're doing a TV Bible, really? And congrats on working on your first novel. What's the if you don't mind sharing, or if you're comfortable sharing, feel free to what sort of genre? TV Bibles are no joke. That is, I do feature film writing, so I dabbled in television. I wrote a few spec scripts for TV maybe like 8 years ago when I was trying to get into the Warner Brothers animation and like their writing program, and I was able to get into at least their like seminar system where they try to like onboard new writers or young writers and that kind of thing. And that's very quickly where I learned I don't work well in the TV world. So hats off to you for writing a TV Bible. I have a friend of mine who's a showrunner, and that's rough. It's rough. It's a lot of work. It's about pirates versus the four horsemen of the apocalypse. I love it. That's that's kind of amazing. Pirates fighting four horsemen. Is it kind of like a Wild Hunt thing a little bit? Like they're kind of chasing. Are they just fighting, or are they just chasing them across the globe to stop the apocalypse? Oh yeah, I heard they closed down that program. I mean, this was years ago. I think I submitted. God, I think I submitted 2013, 2014. I think it was like 2014 is when I submitted to the Warner Brothers writing workshop. Yeah. Do they still do that? The writer's workshop. I mean, it says the writer's workshop. It says they still 2022. Oh, maybe they did. Maybe it did not survive COVID. Yikes. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that's a drag. Oh, that sucks. That's if you wanted to get into TV writing, if you could get in, that was super super useful. I had like it was, I mean, it literally got you through the door. Oh, that's a bummer. Cuz even if you got into like the first oh, Ghostly, welcome in. I didn't realize I was live. I was watching an old stream. I It's funny that you watch old streams, Ghostly. It's amazing. Oh my god, Opresoria! Yes. Apparently, Opresoria is dealing with slow internet, so I feel very, very bad for Opresoria. Nothing is worse than slow internet, particularly if you're trying to work or do anything remotely in the world today. Ghostly. Shh. Oh yes. I gotcha. Runewolf, sort of. It's a science fantasy series. The main character died and was brought back to life, and she was killed by the Horsemen of War. Got it. Okay, so she's trying to get her revenge and stumbles onto a larger conspiracy that will change the world, and as she and her crew knew it. That sounds intriguing. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, Runewolf. That sounds like a really, really, really fun time. I'm all in on that. It's a good premise. It's a really good premise. It's one of those. It's what would they call it? They would call it high concept in Hollywood lingo. I do love. God, I love that bird. That little bird. The burbs wave. I love that thing. Ghostly, because these channel points are burning a hole in my pocket. Oh no. That's true. I mean, you have the most. You are the miserly channel point holder for sure. You're just biting at the bit to use them. Um, Road Wolf. Yeah, I mean, it was originally meant to be a TV series. Okay, cool. But I was convinced to turn into a novel. Sometimes, Sometimes that's kind of the it's so funny. One of the weird, particularly in like the IP world, and this might be starting to change a little. I don't know. I actually don't know if it's changing that much, but there are some like original things that are being done. But in like the IP world, they do recommend a lot of times, particularly for like high concept or if you're like a new writer or something like that, they will recommend like publish it as a book, publish it as a comic, like do something else with it, and then it might get adapted into a television show slash movie. If it's YA, that's becoming a little bit of a crowded market, but it depends kind of what you're doing. If it's just like high concept, I don't know if there's a ton of YA stuff being made. A lot of them have bombed recently. So I don't know how much YA stuff they're pulling from, but that is like a kind of what studios do. I definitely know like I definitely know the um I definitely know that like for my cyberpunk rom-com that I wrote, they've been pushing me to try to make that into a comic, which I've shopped it off to a few publishing houses, but um Ghostly, so Mr. Wildlight, my friend, my imago. Do you have plans this evening? Have the pork people got you tied to your desk again? That sounds strange in that context. That that it makes sense if you've been watching it all. What Ghostly is talking about pork people tying me to my desk. But you're right, Ghostly. That does sound wildly inappropriate if if you don't know what that is. But no, I am currently still stuck working on the pork stuff, so I will be doing that. But I have the dad D&D game tonight, so I'm doing D&D prep for the stream. It's fine, Ghostly. It's funny. It's funny. The Ghostly. I apologize. You're fine. No, it's okay. Um, but I do. Yeah. So that's kind of the plan tonight. Oh, you're trying to postpone? Okay. Try tomorrow. If you're around tomorrow, I'm streaming. I'm streaming tomorrow. So. I should be done with all the pork work because I have to get ready to go to San Diego the day after. So, and I'm gonna have to leave for San Diego pretty early. So, I will. I should be able. If you're talking about me reading on stream, then having the time that's probably gonna be the best time is tomorrow, or when I get back next week. Rune Wolf. Oh yeah, I wouldn't say it's YA. I guess, but it doesn't follow the traditional tropes. So yeah, I mean like YA in terms of the tropes, not so much the not so much of the not so much the blah, 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 like age bracket you're trying to get into, but that's what I meant is like the tropes, the standard kind of. That's the kind of thing that people seem to not be. That's not people aren't buying that quite as much right now. Rune of D&D Daddy Edition. um, I mean, you can technically do it today, Ghostly. It's fine. I just won't be able to attribute most of the stream to it because I will need to get some prep done. But like the last sprint or so, I wouldn't mind doing it. D&D Daddy Edition. I do run. You see, that makes it sound like a lot like that makes it sound like kink and kind of fun and wild. But no, unfortunately, this is just literal dads that I DM a game for because they need a break. It's like it's what my version of D&D Daddy Edition is. Rune Wolf, you're from San Diego. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I do a lot of, I'm a filmmaker out in LA, so of course I have like 9 different jobs. But one of the jobs I do is I go install and remote operate cameras for medical conventions. So or not just medical conventions, like any kind of convention. So I end up going to San Diego quite often because obviously the San Diego Convention Center. So I believe this. I actually don't even know who I'm working for this weekend. I'm assuming it's some hospital or pharmaceutical company. I assume, but. But yeah, I go down there. I spend a lot of I travel all over the country for it sometimes, but I spend a lot of time going to San Diego because a lot of conventions happen down there. That's right, Ghostly. I forgot that you're gonna be at a funeral, so tomorrow it is. Okay. Nah, man, you do what you need to do. It's a longer chapter, and I don't mind the wait. Okay, good to know, Ghostly. Good to know. Then I'll make sure to bracket in time for it, so we got time for it tomorrow. Oh yeah, none of the tropes. There's some romance, but it's mainly here's a basically married couple. Yeah, one of the assassins. Gotcha. I don't even know if it's the romance stuff that's the tropes. I think it's like, I mean, maybe it is the romance stuff. I think it's like the weird post-apocalypse. It's all the like Hunger Games clones-y stuff. That's not. Nobody wants it. So, yeah, that's the kind of thing. Well, if you ever want some good cinnamon roll pancakes with cream cheese, oh, you do. Oh my God. Well, yeah. What place? Let me know. I'm gonna be there for 2 days. So any food recommendations? There's a really great that is delicious. There is a bar I always go to because it has exotic like meats. Like they do like it has like lamb and elk, like boar, things like that. But it's kind of like a neat little bar. So, Whispers into the Eater. Yes, thank you, Ghostly. I didn't know the name of that movie series / book series, but yes, it's the Divergent stuff. But there's a really good restaurant in San Diego I go to a lot. For some reason, every time I go there, everybody wants to go to the Top Gun bar, and I hate that place. I hate that place. Like, I hate it. The barbecue's not that good. But everybody wants to go there. All the time. They have no imagination. It's called the Trails Eatery. Okay, cool. They are open from 7 to 2. Okay, it's a good breakfast place. But it's really nice little hole in the wall. Vintage breakfast and lunch place. Awesome. I'm going to write that down. Oh, Wildlight saved me from suffering? I'll do what I can, Ghostly. I'm not quite sure what what's suffering. Oh, God. What am I being asked to do? Let me write that. Let me actually put a note down on that so I have that put that in my phone. I have like folders on Google of all the restaurants I go to in the various cities I wind up in. The highly recommended places. Okay. What was it called? Trail. It's called the Trails Eatery. Okay. Bam. Sweet. Save. Boom. All right. I went upstairs and for some ungodly reason my TV was plagued with Aquaman again. Who is watching Aquaman on repeat in your domicile? What is happening? Maybe Ghostly wants to join a band of sexy people, but it's just a bunch of talking monkeys. Wait, is that like a thing about Aquaman? I have not seen Aquaman. I do not. Or was that just a random thing? Although the band of monkeys / apes makes me think of the new Planet of the Apes movie, which, by the way, I'm very excited for because I love my Planet of the Apes movies. Apparently, the people that live in my house didn't finish it, but they wanted to finish it. Like they actually wanted to double down on that and finish it. What? Like why? Why would you want to do it? I don't know. I never saw Aquaman. Rune Wolf, you and me both. Like, why would you? What? Why? I mean, I guess some people. I mean, I didn't even really like. I mean, people said the first one was amusing, and the first one bored me. It wasn't that. Jason Momoa's charisma could not save that movie. I was bored, and even Willem Dafoe was in it, and I love Willem Dafoe. It's just boring. And for some reason, they felt the need to finish it. Yeah, right? Like, I am concerned. I'm concerned. Like, why? Who are these people? And why do they want to finish the weird Fishman movie? I'm either living with masochists or people with no taste. I like Defoe and Momoa as well. Yeah, it's hard not to like Momoa. I mean, he's a genuinely good dude too, and Defoe is just Defoe is an actor's man. Like that is an actor's actor. I love. He just wants. He commits to a performance. Even the camp. He can go camp. He can go melodrama. He can be restrained. It's just man is one of the best. One of the greats. Ghostly, my family. Well, I'm the people that. I'm sorry, Ghostly. I mean, you can't choose. You can choose your friends. You can't choose your family. But I'm sure your family is delightful and great. But yes, that is. I would be concerned if I kept walking and seeing them watch Aquaman over and over again. Wolf Dafoe is always great. Yeah, yeah, yes. I am questing. I'm questing if I was adopted. Yeah, yeah. That's. Most kids do until you realize as you get older, then you just start becoming your parents, and that's a really surreal moment that will really weird you out. Is when you're like, oh, you'll notice a weird tick, like a weird thing happens that makes you realize you are suddenly your parents. Baby Ghostly fell from the stars. I mean, it would add to the Ghostly myth for sure, that you just sort of like you came on a comet. You know, it's like you're like Mark Twain, Ghostly. You came with the comet. You know, perhaps that's how you'll go out, is just riding the comet. It's not bad. It's a very cinematic way to go. Cinematic way to be born. The bio parents are Jeff Bridges and someone. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Hey, Mr. Mr. DeCat. Look at the kids. Look at the kitties. Look at them little jumpers. They're doing their little jumps. Look at them. Aw, that's super cute. No idea, but judging them, but I judge them to their faces. Good, Ghostly. Well done. Well done. Continue to judge them. Yes, judge away, judge away. All right. We've been talking about what, 25? Yeah, we've been on for a little bit. All right, let's dive into our first sprint. Actually, I might have to run ads. All right, we're gonna run ads, then we're gonna dive into a sprint. Just to get some sprints out of the way, because I do have to get ready to go run a D&D game in like 2.5 hours. I ate my dinner so fast I almost got sick. Oh no, don't do that, Ghostly. Good lord. So by proxy, Aquaman almost made me throw up. Whereas not me. You dodged my parents' mental illness? Thank fucking fuck. Well, okay, good. That's good. Particularly if you're dealing with that, Cryptid. Absolutely. Well done. Dodged a bullet there. For sure. Alright, we're going to run ads, and then we're going to dive into the first sprint of the day. Oh, no, sadly I didn't. I got all 3 of them. I'm sorry, Mr. DeCat, but you got this. You got this. I believe in you. You'll break through. You'll break through where perhaps they could not. All right, we're gonna run ads, and then we will come back and do our first sprint. Ba-bam. But I'll obviously still be in the chats. But oh no, yeah, I figured you were. I thought you were talking about mental illness. Yeah, the three things. Yeah, that's what happens. I definitely got a lot from my parents. That's for sure. I think enjoying the Aquaman should be considered a mental illness, not to be a prick. Ghostly. That's harsh, Ghostly. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with you, but you know, I don't think you're wrong, Ghostly. But you know, might have to keep that on the down low. put that in a secondary book. Cryptid, I have my own, but that's for my meds and therapist to handle, which are pretty well in line. That's good. Thanks, DBT. Good, Cryptid. Good to hear. Yes, definitely take mental health and all that kind of stuff seriously if you can. If you can afford it, if you're lucky enough to be able to have insurance and go to therapy. Lord knows, man, I wish I could go to therapy. That's the big thing. I wish I had something that would cover therapy, because that is a thing I do not have. I'm used to it, and it's quite minor compared to other people's issues. See, Mr. Cat, yeah, but that, you know, don't. It's always good to, like, yeah, it's never think of it like a competition. It's like, you can be thankful that, yeah, you don't have certain issues with mental illness, but by definition, it's a struggle for people, even the more minor ones. Everybody has their own struggles. Why and who thought it was a good idea to make Jason Momoa wear a golden squisher? uh, oh, that's funny. Ghostly, I'm sorry you have to deal with it. I'm just sorry you gotta deal with the Momoa in the golden in the golden armor. Mr. Gat, what is exists if not for collecting letters of mental illness of the mental illness alphabet? You're a good dude with or without them, though, for sure. Yep, yep. Everyone's got their struggles. The best, I believe, in just being kind and try to be kind, and that includes yourself and your own struggles. Man looks like he spray painted a bunch of pennies and call it armor. They might have done that, Ghostly. It might have just been like CGI digital pennies that or digital bits of armor that they just put over his body. Actually, I'm pretty sure that is what they do, because a lot of those armor sets are just digitally created these days. They're not even actually manufactured. Give me a sec to find the word. The word they make the most difficult. Oh yeah, yep. Ghostly, I will not get over this. I will die on this hill. Don't ever. It's okay, Ghostly. It's okay to not, don't get over certain things that drive you crazy. But I learned that very quickly, particularly directing things, where you kind of want to keep the peace and be like, okay, got it. Da da da. You want to try to keep. You got to keep the train moving. You got to keep the production moving. And you don't want to piss people off or make people miserable, but there are things where particularly when you're sitting in the edit bay and you're watching a thing that makes you crazy and that you've had to commit to for 2.5 years, it makes you nuts. So that's usually why you're like, no, we're doing more takes. I know everyone's mad, but I'm the one who has to live with this for forever. Exactly, man. I have tons of respect for screenwriters out there. Hey, and screenwriters have a lot of respect for prose writers, because they have their own difficulties. Neither is harder than the other, but it's being an artist and trying to have a career doing any kind of art is such a goddamn struggle in this time and space. So, it's just, I have respect for anyone who creates anything. And that is they are the real people. They're the real heroes. Let's see, autism, dyspraxia. Okay, yep, I'm autistic. Yeah. I swear they make them hard to spell on purpose. I mean, it's science terms. ADHD and my autistic pals swear I'm also that, and they're probably right. Yeah, I've never been tested for anything, so I don't know if I have any of that kind of stuff, but I've never actually been tested for anything. So my parents did not believe that those things existed. My mom did, and she got my brother tested for ADHD, and he was positive for that. But I came from a family where my father, particularly, none of them kind of believed that those things were real, unless it was extreme examples. Dyslexia is a bastard. You're doing great. Yeah, dyslexia is rough, real rough. I just put the same one twice. Oh, gotcha. Yep. Dyslexia. Not to be an ass. I love Ghostly. I hope you never get off this hill. I love it. Not to be an ass, but the Aquaman movie, especially the second one, absolutely sucks by every single metric. I am so happy if you enjoy that movie. I'm glad it did something good, but it's awful. Yeah, that's yeah. I have a lot of movies about that. Yeah, Mr. DeCat, yes it is. Yes, and yes it is. I also have a list of letters, but I don't care all that much. I just think it adds I think it just adds flavor. Okay, Ghostly, how would you do Aquaman 2? I would be interested to see a Ghostly superhero story. Where's Low Cryptid? Therapists are still question mark if I have GAD or just PTSD. That looks like GAD, but that's a learned one from parental trauma. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Generalized anxiety disorder. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. You've never seen it. Oh, just that's not a reason to not go see a movie. All the drama surrounding it, ignore that stuff. Ignore all that cultural nonsense. Just judge a movie on its own merits. Rude Wolf. I would have used the money to make a mafia thriller about the Penguin. That I could go. I could go. That's pretty great, Ghostly. Boom. A mafia. Didn't they? Isn't that a thing on HBO? Don't they have like a whole Penguin show they're doing? I'm pretty sure there is like a whole Penguin show. I would make my version of a Universal Monsters shared universe. Hey man, they tried. Rude Wolf, you should take a crack at it, because Universal, that Mummy movie, they really tried, and it was terrible. Boy, they tried. Dreamcast Go! I mean, it's gonna be... Yeah, thank you, Rune Wolf. Yeah, I figure, yeah, it's gonna be on Max since Penguin. I mean, it's what, Colin Farrell? Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, but mine is actually good and fun and makes sense. Got it. So that's the big thing you're changing, is you made it good and fun. Copy. Oh, cool. Steampunk? I can see that. I can see, like, I mean, steampunk leans into, like, the Victorian horror, and a lot of the Universal monsters can fit very well into a Victorian setting. Obviously, Dracula and Frankenstein. I guess, like, Mummy's a little bit later. That's more like 1920s kind of like dilettante-esque era, like Roaring 20s era stuff. If you're going like historically when mummies were like a thing. Although no, you could actually get real weird with it, because the Victorian stuff, that was back when the Europeans were like grinding up the bones of mummies because they thought it had like magical healing properties, so people were literally like snorting dead people and like eating dead people, which is wild to think about. But yeah, actually the mummy thing could work really well in that sense. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I could do that. Steampunk, lean into Victorian. Cryptid, take all the time you need. I'm still waking up. My brain is got that. Yep. Rude Wolf. Oh yeah, I would have our stuff connected with some fun cold opens and post credit scenes. Of course, yeah, you gotta have that. Where's Loker? When they ate the mummies? Yeah, man. Like there's some weird stuff in RI that's not far off. Someone needs to write a folk horror about that. Oh, about like eating mummies? Or like when weird white European people decided that it was a good idea to just like snort mummy dust all the time. Yeah, we're weird, man. We're weird. people are insane, and that is if there's one universal truth of the human beings, is we're nuts. I mean, my mummy movie is more adventure. Yeah, the '90s, the Brendan Fraser ones, which are good movies. Mr. the Cat, grim. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, weird. Yeah, very grim and weird. Similar to The Witch in timeline and vibe. I could dig that. I mean, Robert Eggers is like one of my favorite new and up and coming filmmakers. So anything that's similar to The Witch. But more darker and twisted, but still very fun. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh yeah. Weird white European eating their family's hearts to stop the vampires. Wait. There you go. That's a whole movie on its own, and I'm there for it. So, all right, okay. These are all two. Oh yes, I have the script for that. I have the script for Nosferatu, and it's very good. I'm very excited for his remake. I got the script. It's his 2016 draft. But they actually gave him a good budget, which I was worried after The Northman didn't do so well. I was worried he wasn't going to get the budget for it. But he did. He got the budget. So I'm very, very excited. It looks fantastic. And his take on Nosferatu is really good. It's a really good take on it. All right. You have all this delightful conversation. You've got me on tirades, but we should get started on our sprints and actually get things done. So although I am eating up this convo because I love it. All right. We are going to go ahead and get started. Happy writing, everybody. I will be off mic, but feel free to keep on chatting in the chat. And I will be here and present. Happy writing, everybody. We'll see you on the other side. All right, everybody, that is the end of that sprint. Hopefully, some words were written. Progress was made. Hopefully. But I did end up chatting a lot. Let me start the down timer. Ba-bam. Ghostly, I achieved nothing. I know, I only got a little bit done, but it's alright. It's first sprint. It's okay. We make it work. Oh. Oh, man. I do like, Mortimer. I do hope, are you using a name, is Mortimer going to be a character in your story, Ghostly? I hope so. It seems like the name of a character that would be in a Ghostly, in a Ghostly story. Twilight, you are such a good streamer, but you are allowed to sprint without always responding. Oh, thank you. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. I do like to respond. It's not like I don't want to be left out. Y'all talk about fun and interesting things. Now, when I get really, really into like what I'm working on, then sometimes I do miss these things. Oh, good. Cryptid. I achieved soup. I have not eaten yet, or at least I ate breakfast, obviously, but I haven't eaten since breakfast, so all this food talk is making me very hungry, and I'm gonna have to go slam food before the D&D game starts. But because we all went down a weird Cameron rabbit hole, if you had to pick one movie that was like the most Cameron movie, so if you were like, of all the films James Cameron has made, what movie is the most James Cameron of James Cameron movies? What do you like, in your opinion? What would that movie be of his filmography? I assume it would be of his filmography. I don't know if anyone's out Cameron, because there's a lot of bangers and a lot of things that kind of sum up what he's always been obsessed with. But I think there's a few films that kind of stand out where I'm like, that is just pure 110% distilled James Cameron. Galaxy of Terror. Did he work on that? I don't know if he worked on that. Did he? I know he technically worked on Piranha 2. But did he work on Galaxy of Terror? Like the early days? He did the tentacle porn monster? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I know he technically was credited with Piranha 2. And I think he only worked a few days on it, but that makes sense that he would probably do the tech for that, for Galaxy of Terror, which is a terrible movie, by the way. I mean, if you're in for like a schlock horror movie and you kind of just want to watch garbage, it might be worth it, but it is like, it's a hard watch even for me, who tends to like to watch that stuff. He took us to put a piece of meat and maggots on it and then electrocute so the maggots would squirm. Oh, that's terrible. Ugh. I remember David Lynch used to put meat with maggots in it in some of his artwork, but, Galaxy of Terror is good if you had a better director. It was similar to Aliens. I don't know. I think the problems go deeper. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know if it would really work. Maybe. It would need a rewrite. It would need a rewrite, because, like, it's kind of like saying, like, Planet of the Vampires, the discipline of that movie got really bad. I don't know about that. I think, I mean, the movie conceptually, I think, is pretty bad. Like, in terms of the way that it's executed, just the writing of the story. But that's like saying, like, Planet of the Vampires, because it's similar to Alien, but it's like Planet of the Vampires is just a bad movie. Ghostly, I was going through my older stuff and I came across Mortimer Bing's Mistake, which was essentially a Victorian era Playboy. Victorian era Playboy gets learns a hard lesson after receiving a parasite toxin in his mind, Jiminy Cricket style, after kissing some chick. That's amazing, Ghostly. That is an amazing story concept. Also deeply funny. Yeah. Like it's a lesson. I like a parasite that's just Jiminy Cricket. And then the entire scene with the monster and the best looking blonde girl was just exploitation. Yeah, I mean, I can handle like most exploitation films, but they're just bad. Like there's almost no redeeming quality about any of them. In some cases, maybe, but depends. And Galaxy of Terror is definitely not one of them. In my brain, that's just modern folk horror. We do a modern version of the Donner's Pass incident because, as proven in recent news, we don't learn. Yeah, that's the big thing. You literally can retell the silliest, most like insane stories over and over again because it's true. We literally do not learn anything. We repeat the same stupid mistakes over and over again, and we constantly put terrible things in our bodies because we think they'll do something to us, like mercury. It's just we just do dumb stuff over and over and over again. Sometimes it's it's hubris that comes from hierarchy. Sometimes it's just general foundational stupidity. It's kind of why stories like that can just be universal. I almost see that as like a black comedy, Ghostly. I could not believe my own eyes. They closed the road and told people to turn back, and they said, "Nah, I know better." Yes, yeah. A famous human trait is "Nah, I know better." Is very commonly a thing that we do very well, very well as human beings. Blindly just moving forward like we know like we know what we're doing. Ghostly, thank you. Literally pressures this lady into kissing him. Okay, alright, so being a creep. She bites him vampire style, very cool. He feels weird after... Oh, I thought you said he feels weird about that. And I was just like, as you would. But yes, feels weird after that. Starts hearing a voice in his head, thinks he's going crazy. She dies from mysterious illness. My take on the Dorian Gray. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you doing Dorian Gray? Oh, man. I don't... This movie probably would be too much for you, Ghostly, but there's a movie called... oh, God, what is it called? Some of the same crazy filmmaker who did Basket Case. Frankenherder, I think, is his name. What is that movie? But it's about, like... It's like a drug. It's definitely a drug allegory. The guy who plays Dorian Gray is very good looking. I don't know why he isn't more successful than he is. Oh, in the movie? Isn't that doesn't the guy from the Narnia movies? He plays like Prince Caspian. Yeah, Ben Barnes. Yeah, it's Ben Barnes. Yeah, he's in a bunch of advertisements. I think he's done a bunch of TV. Let me look up. Need the movie. Basket Case movie. Yeah. Oh, Henenlotter. That's his name. Frank Henenlotter. Okay. And he did... It's called Brain Damage. He did Brain Damage, and it's this, like, little parasite thing that, like, latches onto his back, and it's clear... And it dips, like... Essentially, it drugs him and then convinces him to go kill people. But he will continually go kill people because he wants the drug. But it's got this, like, funny little puppety thing going on. It's very good. Yeah. Let's see. Nice. Love to see a man get his shit rocked in fiction for being an asshat. Yeah. That's we need. It's always it's fun to see. Need a little bit more of that in some movies and stories. It's just, I mean, we always like to see people being assholes, getting their comeuppance, and it's even better when it's, you know, some sort of entitled an entitled Victorian man is like an entitled Victorian British man is like the perfect person for that stereotype. Dude, my coworker is in love with Ben Barnes. He was in that Shadow and Bone show too. Yeah, he's in a bunch of TV. I've seen him in a lot of things. I think his attempt at being a movie star kind of died after playing Prince Caspian in the. Yeah, he just never took off as a star. I'm straight and I'm in love with Ben Barnes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yay, man, attractive. It's like me with Ian McGregor, dude. The dude like sings, dances, can perform it, and he's gorgeous. Yeah, some men are just beautiful. Some people, not just men, just people. Some people are just beautiful. It's okay. It doesn't. I'm I but my orientation is gorgeous. That's my orientation. Um, let's see here. Oh yeah, we love that Ghostly. Oh yeah, we love that character development. The first season of that is all right. The second is a monstrosity. Yeah, I have never seen it, so I don't know. Where is fair and valid? Ghostly. Oh yeah, I show Mortimer no mercy. Fine. The parasite Khan, as it's called, is a savage. Good, good. Always good to have a savage parasite. I wonder, do you ever explain it? Is it like just a vampire parasite? Does the parasite ever get explained, like where it comes from, what it is, or do you just kind of leave it like, nope, it's just a weird thing that tortures this British man? All right, and we're gonna run ads really quick before we start the next sprint. The problem with Shadow and Bone is that the author is terrible and then got a lot better. What does that mean? Is it so they tried to force the good book into the bad book? Oh, oh, interesting. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so it seems like you would get it. Okay, Cryptid, got it. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I see, I see. So like one is better in okay, one is better than the other. Got it, got it, got it. I read bad books a lot. Hey man, sometimes you learn a lot from bad things. I've learned a lot. I learn more from bad movies than I do from good movies. Good movies sometimes just seem like too hard to achieve, but you can learn very quickly what doesn't work in a bad movie or a bad book. It's really insightful. The Six Crows duology is magnificent. The Six of Crows. Okay, gotcha. Okay, nope. It's a story about a lesson never get explained. I'm into that. Good. Dorian Gray style. Perfect. Just living in that pure allegory world. Don't need to hyper explain everything. I really miss how ambiguous classic literature. I agree with you, Ghostly. Perfect. Yep. You just gotta let the magic be magical. Let the allegory stand. You don't need to explain it. There's a really good movie called City of Lost Children that does that. That it just exists in this sort of almost fairy tale land, and they never feel the need to explain how the world got here or why it is the way it is, which I like. And it reflected well on TV too. Gotcha. Okay, so then everyone was like, we need more of the other people. Screw the maid lead. Interesting. Okay. The other issue with the original trilogy is just the timing. It was the 20s teen love triangle time and agents and oh, we're pushing for it. Got it. Got it. All right. All right. We're going to run ads really quick. So I'm going to step away and do the ads, and then we will start the next sprint. So I'll be right back. Okay, all right. There we go. Ba-ba-bum. Perfect. Ads are over. Same. Let the weird stuff be open ended. Yeah, we're all. I think it's like watching a stone give birth to a kangaroo, and never gonna happen. All right, let us swabby swab. Having said that, I did enjoy the first day. I love the crippled guy to death. Oh, yeah, that's just my murder son. I love him. Awesome. Perfect. All right. You know what? I love the 1922 Nosferatu. I did not anticipate the ending. Hey, you might like the Robert Eggers. That's the one he's adapting, making a remake of, and I'm very excited for it. All right. Happy writing, everybody. We will see you on the other side. And away we go. Oof, that snuck up on me. All right, that is the end of that sprint, everybody. Hope the words were had, things were done, hopefully. Hopefully at least some things got done. Woo! Well done. Let's see, the cold setup to frame the story and a few different characters that'd be important. Yeah, I'm imagining kind of almost like the opening to Batman the Animated Series where you have the floating police ships, but it's only like a fraction of a second to kind of establish the world. Something similar to that. Alright, let us go ahead and start the break timer. Alright, hey, number 13th, greetings, welcome in. We're just taking a break before we start the third sprint of the eve. I hope you're doing well. I know you are working on your drawings. Hopefully your drawing is going well. But yeah, hopefully everybody had a productive sprint. And it's okay if you didn't. I know Ghostly was like, words hard. just happy flames. Happy flames. It's okay. It's all right. Sometimes the words are hard. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Oh, you've begun your query list? Ugh. Query list again, and wow, forgot how much I deeply loathe this part. Shopping anything around or like doing anything like that seems like the worst. I despise having to like send scripts to people cold. It's getting to the point at least now where people will ask for them, so I can at least like, they'll be like, oh cool, I might check that out. You send it to me and I'll try to read it. Because man, when you're just cold sending things to people, it's just the worst. And I'm assuming querying is similar. But yeah, sounds like an absolute nightmare. You haven't drawn much lately? Okay. All right. Well, hopefully you get back to doing some doodles, some of the doodling. Should the mood strike. Let's see. I am rereading old stuff in procrastination. I have done that, Ghostly. I have definitely done that. I've definitely opened things that I've been in the middle of working on and spend an entire day just going back and rereading what I've written instead of like continuing it. So that's okay. You have those days happen, Ghostly. So it's all part of the process. Just gotta let the process do its thing. Just squinting at each new agency to me, going, "Is this the one that pulled the fuck shit?" I like that. Is this the one that pulled all that bullshit? Which is a fun exercise in tedium. Yeah, I mean it's hilarious to me at reading it, but I'm sure actually going through it's the worst. Go say I have a whole doc full of fun garbage that I write on the days where I'm dead inside, and it's fun to come back. That's good. It's always good to have those just like the nonsense. I definitely have written down like rants where I'm just writing down, or just an insane idea that I know is terrible, and I'm just like, this happens and then this happens. Sometimes you can mine that stuff for good stuff. You can pull some good angry sarcasm from it. Where's logo? Yep, it's exactly that, especially since Twitter gutted itself. RP pitch contest, we knew thee well. Yeah, man, Twitter, I mean, it seems like a lot of those things are kind of dying off. With screenwriting, you still have, like, the Nichols and the Blacklist, and, I guess, in a way, people still submit to, like, Austin and South by Southwest, although I don't know too many people who get, like, picked up, but supposedly some people are getting like representation by submitting to those festivals. I don't know anyone who has, but most people I know who are found rep in other places. Let's see, number 30. Yeah, maybe I only made a remake of an old drawing of mine, but I'm more focused on Oh, cool. So what kind of fun things are you writing? Number 13th. Doing some writing? That's what we all do here. So welcome to the writing crew. Sometimes reading the old stuff is just good to get re-inspired. Yeah. Yep. I believe in that. I like my Universal movie plans and pitch. Yeah. I think they're good. I think it's good. They're good pitch plans. Now it's just getting into the room. The real struggle. Get in, but get past the doors into the room. And pitching is such a crapshoot too. It like literally depends on the mood the producer's in that day, what's immediately on their mind, what very specific metrics that they're looking at that they need. It's just pitching is a crapshoot. It's the easy. It is. It's the only description there is for it. It's good. It's great stuff. Yeah, I think so. It's my doc where I let my inner raccoon win, just trash, just neo romantic garbage. As a actual trash raccoon that I am, I'm always in support of people embracing their inner raccoon. Just embrace your inner trash. I think that's where your strength creatively comes from. Is from the most shameful, embarrassing parts of yourself. just pull that out, and that's where that's where all the good stuff comes from. It looks like we're gonna have ads in about 2 minutes, so feel free to step away, make some tea, dodge the evil capitalist nonsense as it flies your way. Let's see. Well, I had a story idea recently, even though it's an absurd kind of idea. Roll with the absurd. Number 13. Absurdity is the way to go. I love the surreal, the absurd. I mean, absurdism is one of my favorite. I mean, Terry Gilliam. I mean, that was like all of Gilliam's film career was absurdism. The funny thing is, I come from a background of graphic design, very cool, and marketing. Oh, hey. So you more than anybody probably knows how to make your stuff look good in front of people. That's like the two best skills. I have to like teach myself that when I'm making pitch decks or lookbooks, or the combination of the two is try to teach myself some level of graphic design and some degree of marketing skills. I'm really bad at marketing, but I try to market it my own way. I try to let it have its own charm. I look forward to the day when I get requests for my work so I can end this suffering. Yeah, I feel ya. I get requests for my editing though, which is huge. Yeah, I mean, you it sounds like I can tell, Cryptid. You're a solid editor. You definitely have the air about you of a proper editor. And looking at your website, looking through it, you're a solid editor for sure. But I do understand I mean, I get that when it comes to the corporate advertising video stuff I do. Or they're like, oh, you're a great camera operator. You're this, you're that, and you're like, man, I just let me write and direct. That's all I want to do. I just want to get out of here. I'm so tired of this stuff. I mean, you can be good at the stuff you're tired of. That's for sure. Absurdity's fun. This world is too boring. Agreed, Ghostly. Yep. Let's all support everybody's delving into the absurd. Where's the right trash? Be free. Exactly. Yep. Just, I'm just going to tear my shirt off, paint blue paint all over me, and just go running through the streets, digging in people's trash cans. That's, yep. I embrace it. I embrace that life. Hope it's not like yesterday where it was nothing but Burger King ads. Oh no, Rude Wolf, is that what they were throwing? Was just Burger King? Hey, just wanted to, I mean, speaking of trash, I mean, if you want to just be filthy to yourself, Burger King's a good way to go. Number 30, that's cool. I'll stick with the absurd. Then I'm full support of you sticking with the absurd. Same here. I'm pretty good at the marketing stuff. I just write weird shit, so I gotta find the right age of... Yeah, exactly. It's always about finding your audience, finding the people who like your stuff, finding people who vibe with you that way. Yep, we gotta support our new friends and sexy people. Exactly, Rude Wolf. We're all beautiful folk here. Gotta support everybody being beautiful and being weird and being crazy. That's what it's all about. Cryptid, me with my ace queer folk magic kids. There's an audience for this, I promise you. Yeah, I was gonna be like, there's definitely an audience for that. Absolutely. Even if you're hetero and you don't get it. Yeah, I mean, I like to think there's plenty of people in a hetero camp who can dive into that stuff. I mean, I've been all around and soaked in the queer stuff for a long time, and I mean, I love folk magic and witchcraft and all that kind of stuff, so I might not be the best judge of it, but but I mean, I'm there for it. So hopefully other people are there for it, because we all should be, because that's where some of the best stuff happens, man. If you look at just some of the best, the most innovative art movements of our time, they almost always come out of the weird, the underground, and the queer scenes. Almost exclusively they come from that world. Every fashion trend, every movement in the arts, from Art Deco to everything, that's where it all comes from. It just comes from the weirdos. The weirdos, the witches, and queer folk. Oh, absolutely. The problem lies in the lack of diversity. Yeah, no, that's true. It's the gatekeep element of it, where they're like, we're not ready for that yet. Yeah, there's a lot of that for sure. All right, that is the timer, but we got ads rolling. I'm going to restock on water, and we'll dive into the next sprint. I actually think the next sprint is probably going to be the last, because I need to make myself food before I have D&D at... When do I have D&D? I'm pretty sure I have D&D at 8. Arizona's... Okay, yeah, so I should have D&D. Okay, so, yeah. So I need to be ready at 6:30. Okay, yeah, so this will be the last sprint. It'll be a 3 sprint. Hopefully we'll get through. We should be able to do 4 sprints tomorrow, because I don't have anything that I need to do in the evening. Absolutely the problem lies in the lack of the... Okay. So you end up with a lot of agents and editors. Oh boy. Oh dear. Ads. I mean, they should be over. The ads should be over. Is everyone still getting hit with ads? They should be done by now. Oh no. Yeah, so many Burger King ads. Oh god, are they done? Are they over? Are they just like mass? Oh my god, Burger King, just good lord. The things that they advertise now, it's like, it's not even accurate. Oh, absolutely the problem. So when you end up with a lot of agents and act editors who turn things down that they don't connect with, which you go too straight to relate. Yeah, I too straight to, yeah, yep. Because a lot of times it becomes code for that's, it's too queer, it's too gay, it's too out there. I mean, back in the old days, they used to say things like, that's too, what would they say? That's too street. And you're like, we know what you mean by that, dude. Come on. We know what you're saying. They always have this weird assumption that you have to relate. I mean, in film, you have to relate to, like, middle America, the flyover places, things like that. Which always usually have some form of, like, either racist or, or it has connotations that, like, it's not directly, but it's there. In the implication, the insinuation is there. Which sucks, because a lot of good art ends up falling by the wayside for that reason. And things that people will genuinely connect with. In, like, middle America and all that kind of stuff. Also apologies. Yeah, no worries. I know everybody was behind apparently the most insane ad walls ever with, like, Godzilla and Burger King and Red Bull. I may be pretty hetero, but I love and supporting the... Yep. I'm in the same camp, Rune Wolf, for sure. These are that community is a community I've been in with since my youngest days, and I love all of them dearly. Friends, honestly, I love good movies, books. Yep. Yeah, man, Red Bull, good lord, the ads they send you all is nuts. Same, sweet freedom, yay. But yeah, the publishing could be a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Publishing wants more diverse books. Publishing doesn't give those books marketing, good deals. Yep. Then those books don't sell well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they cut it off at the knees and then blame it as it's a connectivity problem, which is always wrong. Me as a flexible person who can mostly fit in anywhere. Yeah, that's the privilege we got. Which is not to say it completely doomed. It's definitely not, but it just needs a lot of work considering it is the year 2024. Yep. So if you get frustrated as a marginalized author, you're not alone. Yeah, I was gonna be like, that's not alone, and know that there are people out there who want and do actually, like, hunger for those materials. It's don't let the publishing or the gatekeepers tell you that people don't want that, because it's not the case. Even people that aren't in marginalized communities hunger for those types of stories because they're true, deep, human, and relatable, and unique. So, and we don't get enough of them. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer. I'm gonna get water. This will be the last sprint because I do need to make myself food before I run a D&D game, and then we'll be back with a full schedule, full 4 sprints tomorrow. So, all right, everybody. Happy writing. We will see you on the other side. And yeah, good luck. Bam, and away we go. Ba-boom. Well, bam! All right, everybody. That is the end of that sprint. Hopefully words happened. At least a little bit. Some words. Not a ton, but hopefully a little bit. But, as I said before... Oh, well, Tusky is lucky to have you in her life, and I'm very lucky to have her too. She is sweeter. Yeah. Oh, I mean, little gremlins. They're little gremlins, but they keep the soul warm and keep you alive. So, all right, everyone. Well, that is going to be the end of the stream this evening. I'm going to go get some food and prepare for a D&D adventure where hopefully I can slay all the dads. and create or at least get them involved in a few death traps at least. But for everybody, I'll be back tomorrow. Probably do a full stream tomorrow. And then after that, I will be out until the following week because I will be in San Diego working. But in the meantime, we'll see you all tomorrow. If I don't catch you tomorrow, then we'll see you next time. And yeah, we'll see you all then. Oh, thank you so much. Have a great supper and D&D game. Thank you so much, Cryptid. Always a blast. I love you all. And remember, always be kind to yourselves, as well as others. And yeah, and treat yourselves with kindness. What we do is not easy. So no sense in us being hard on ourselves. So love you all. Take care. And we will catch you next time. Adios.